Is this yours? Okay, you hold on to it. We're going to bless it a little bit later, all right? All right, so I'm going to sit back a little bit further so we can all see each other. And let me get on my hat to protect me from the sun. Once upon a time, there was a man named Elijah. He had a funny last name, the Tishbite. Elijah the Tishbite. And Elijah loved God so much that he talked to God all the time. And because he loved God so much, God spoke to him and told him what to do. So the people of Elijah's country were doing the wrong things. And there was a king and a very evil queen. Their names were King Ahab and Queen Jezebel. And they were telling people they didn't have to pray to God or talk to God anymore. They could worship other gods. And that made God pretty upset. So he said, you go tell them that they can't do that. And he did, and Jezebel was very angry at him. And God said, so what? Tell them again, and this time I'm going to do amazing signs to show them I'm the real God. So he put a bunch of food and water up around the altar, and then he told Elijah to ask for him to come down. So Elijah said, God, come down and show us that you are really there and you are really God. And this whoosh, huge fire came down upon the altar and burnt up all the food and all the water that was there. And all the people said, God is real. We believe in God. Well, Queen Jezebel didn't like that at all. So she said, I'm going to get that, Elijah. So he ran into the desert. Have you ever been in a desert? What's it like? It's very hot and very dry. Technically speaking, right, you are. So is San Diego, high desert. You need sun protection and water all the time. He ran into the desert, and he was so upset by what happened that he lay under the one little tree he could find in the whole desert. It was called a broom tree, which is really a bush, like a juniper bush. And he lay down underneath it, and he said, I just want to go to sleep and never, ever wake up again. I hate my people, I hate my country, and I hate me too, God. So God sent an angel, and the angel said, here's some water, and here's some food for you. Get up and take care of yourself, because I need you to do more stuff. And he climbed all the way up Mount Horeb in a very hot and dry place. Now, I don't know about you, but when I want to go walking, I have to have different size backpacks. So if I'm just going for a little walk in the neighborhood, I had a little jar of water, just an itsy bitsy one, right? Oops, gotta put this back. And maybe one little food bar in this little pack, that's all I've got, because I'm only gonna go out for a little while. But when you wanna go out for a longer time, you need shelter, right? You need sunscreen, right? You need a hat to keep you safe from the sun. And look what happened this morning. Everyone thinks it's not going to rain today, but it's Colorado, so of course it does. And you have a rain jacket if you need that. So here's what Elijah forgot when he was lying down in that desert underneath that bush. He forgot that God makes everything good, that God makes the sun and the rain, that God brings the food to us when we need it, that God gives us rest when we need it, that God takes care of us. And if you heard that song that we said a little bit earlier, the guy said, I will bless the Lord at all times. And why? Because God is amazing. What is it, people out there? Amazing. And God is amazing. And also the guy says, well, when I was scared and afraid, I called upon God. And what did I cry? Help! And then the guy got the help. So he said, thank you. Thank you, everybody out there. Thank you. All right. So what are some of the amazing things you've seen God do? Lots of things. Can anybody name an amazing thing God has done? Yeah. God made everything, made the whole universe. What else? It can be a small thing, it can be a big thing. God gave us shelter, food and water. Anybody? What did God do for you?
Rainbows.
Rainbows, yes. Did you say life or light? Life. Gave us life. New babies coming into the world and new life. Stars, yes. Anything else? Musical instruments. People, planets. What's your favorite planet? Earth is a good one. I like Earth too. Earth is your favorite planet. Okay, and what do you do when you think of all the things that God has done? You can say, that's amazing. Organs are amazing. Pianos are amazing. Rainbows are amazing. Your Crocs are amazing, right? That's amazing. And how about, when have you needed help from God? When you got hurt. Yeah, and did you ask God for help? And did you get better? Yeah, sometimes it takes a little while. When else have we asked God for help? When we're sick. Excellent. And God helps you get better, right? When else do we ask for help? When we're hungry or thirsty. That's a good one. Now, here's the funny thing about Elijah. Elijah, more than any other person in the world, knew that God did amazing things. And he kept saying, wow, that's amazing, God. But when he got scared, he curled up in a little ball under that broom tree and he said, I want to go to sleep and never wake up anymore, God. So he had this much faith, just this much faith that God maybe, perhaps would help. And other people have maybe a little bit more faith and trust in God. Maybe God will help me. Maybe there's a little more food because I kind of trust that God would give me something. And even rain pants too. Oh, got to remember to wear those at the concert next time. But really, if you have lots of faith, what you find out is that God is giving you enough for weeks and weeks and weeks. I want to show you all my gluten-free protein bars. Look at all of those that God provided. And also, because God knows when we live around cold places and sunny places, I'm going to give you a reservoir of water, and I'm going to give you a sun shirt. I'm going to give you a down jacket. The fact is, God is giving us this size of stuff all the time, but we only believe this much sometimes, or we only believe this much sometimes, and so we don't notice it. But no matter how much faith you're carrying, even if you're like Elijah lying in the desert saying, nobody's helping me, God is always giving you this and carrying it for you. All we have to do is notice and say, that is amazing. And I might need some more. And for everything you do, God, we say, thank you. All right, thanks everybody. We're gonna have a baptism now, so if you wanna stay and be close by for the baptism, you're welcome to stay. I'm just gonna need a little room right here to work, okay?